Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing Rosianna's or missxrojas' questionnaire about lady. Anywho, let's just jump right in it. Question number 1, who are your favourite female YouTubers? Well, obviously I've already talked about Rosianna. She is just so unbelievably intelligent. Not like it's unbelievable that she is intelligent, but she's just, I didn't realise somebody could be that eloquent in this world. I thought these people only exist in books, but I really love her and I think she's brilliant. My other favourite, really top favourite YouTuber is Umilfi. Many people haven't heard of her. So she's just so hilarious and she's everything that I think you need in a YouTuber. So she is absolutely brilliant. I'll do a no Frodo for you. No! Frodo! Who are your favourite female athletes? Now, I don't really keep up with sport that often. I watch Formula 1 and that's probably the only sport that I kind of keep up with. So I really admire basically all female racing drivers because it is such a man's world in racing and in those kind of sports. It's just, cars seem to be associated with men and, you know, masculinity, and it's really good to have somebody so feminine in a racing scenario. I really support basically any female who is in a man's world or a sport that is mainly dedicated to men, and it's so brilliant when you see these women who get past all of the comments and just do their sport and do it well, and I really like that. Okay, what is your favourite book written by a female with a female protagonist? And I would have to say the Gallagher Girls trilogy. The first one is kind of a bit iffy. The girl in particular, Cammy, or Chameleon as she's sometimes referred in as through the book, she is seen as kind of like the typical whiny kind of schoolgirl, but as you go throughout the series, there's 5 of them at the moment, this one came out very recently, she becomes a much stronger female role. Such a great set of books, and it's written by Ali Carter. Which is your favourite film written by a female with a female protagonist? That would have to be Mean Girls. Now, as much as I always say to people who are starting off in high school that high school is nothing like Mean Girls, you don't have the cliques, you don't have the plastics, you don't really have those kind of situations, especially in English schools. I think everybody should watch Mean Girls before they go to high school, just as kind of like a guide of what not to do. In Mean Girls, probably my favourite protagonist is probably Caddy, just because she goes from this kind of like out of nothing kind of person to this really strong female, and I really love the transition between these two kind of brilliant people. What is your favourite fictional character? This I have to go down the Star Wars route because there are so many strong women. I'm not going to go for Padme Amidala. Anywho, but Princess Leia is probably one of my favourite characters because she's so strong and so determined. I love strong women in these kind of plays and situations. I hate women who basically are like, oh, succumb to the man and just like everything else. But she's so funny, she's so strong, she's just so endearing, and it's just really good. What is the biggest problem facing female creators today? And any solutions? I don't really have any solutions, but probably the biggest problem is not so much, it's kind of like the sexualization of women. I looked at my demographics of my beauty channel and realised there were 65 plus men watching my channel, and it's all to do with that beauty, and it's just, I don't like that thought of it. Admittedly, the biggest percentage is 17 to 25 year olds, or whatever the first category is, women, which is understandable, you know, different women wanting to see what other women are doing. But I just don't like the fact that there is kind of a thing about putting yourself on the internet, doing what you love, and still having this kind of like sexualization kind of put upon you, and I really don't like that. I don't have any solutions to that. I guess in some respects for women not to play up to that. Do you think YouTube and online video in general are better or worse suited than television for tackling the problems and prejudice faced in women in the workplace? I think there have always been problems with women in the workplace. There have been women who I've heard about who have had sterilisation so they can't have children, just so they can turn around to their boss and say, look, here is a medical procedure, I am not going to have a kid. There is no reason for you not to give me a higher rank in this company just because I'm a female. There are laws in place where you can there is no prejudice against things, but it still stands we're not totally equal. I think YouTube is a good platform, and online video in general is a good platform for women to say their opinions, as television doesn't really deal with it that often. Sometimes there's more interesting / more important things to get through to people, so because it's gone on for such a long time, it's kind of just like gone into the woodwork and we don't really hear about it very often. I see it would be better if real women were talking about it than just a hypothetical thing on the television, than actual real people with real interviews doing real things, if that makes any sense at all. What do you pledge to make the internet a better environment for all creators? I think the smallest thing can really shake a creator to their core. So what I tend to do is, if I've watched a decent video, and if I've watched a video, I will try to comment on it on the good. Just give people a compliment about their work, and it will make people want to create more things, because I don't really like particularly if anybody came back and commented on my video and was like, this is shit, and just kind of left it, because that can really hurt a creator. So if you just are nicer to people in things, then it would be a lot better. Tell us a story / secret involving a woman. Oh, I got a good one. My auntie and uncle, when they first got married, my auntie was very, she wasn't a housewife in that sense, but she would, in the fact that she stayed at home, she was a teacher as well, but she would always do the cleaning and she would do my uncle's ironing. My uncle, however, is very particular about how his shirts are ironed. Yes, we're going to see, you know where this is going. So my auntie would do the washing, iron his shirts, put him in the closet, and then my uncle would come out, take the shirt out of the closet, say that's not good enough, and iron in himself. So basically, instead of my auntie say, whatever, I will just iron it your way, she was just like, I'm never ironing a thing for you ever again. So I just think that that's kind of nice that when men are being so particular and so she still stood up for herself and was kind of good in that sense. Tag people. I have to tag how many people? I have to tag 5 people. Firstly, I'm cheating and just tagging Rosianna in this one. I'm going to tag Elmify, as I've already talked about. This is kind of a problem because I don't really have many friends in inverted commas on YouTube, but I'm going to tag one of my favourite beauty bloggers, All That Glitters 21, I think it is the number, just because I think that it would be good if she did something like this and just had the really kind of like top beauty people doing this as well. I'm also going to tag another one of my favourite beauty bloggers, and that is Xbarkage, and I'm also going to tag I'll say Hoot, because I think Kaylee is awesome. I didn't mention Kaylee in my favourite YouTubers. I'm subscribed to all of Kaylee's various channels, and I do think she's absolutely brilliant. I know this video is going to be really long because my memory card just ran out of memory, and that's kind of bad. Anywho, so that is the end of this taggy, quizzy, thingy-marked I love the ladies quiz, and I shall see you guys later. I will be uploading better soon, okay? Anywho, so that's it. Bye!